I was exhausted. It had been a really long day at school, and then I had stayed for football practice, so I really couldn't wait to get home. As I went around the corner, I could see my house in the distance, and I could almost smell my mom's cooking. I was starving. Suddenly, I heard the sound of tires screeching, and a car came hurtling down the street, heading straight towards me. I tried to jump out of the way, but it was going too fast. The next thing I knew, everything had gone black. But before I go on, you have subscribed, haven't you? And don't forget to hit the notification bell too. As I began to stir, I could feel my head was throbbing. I tried to open my eyes, but the glare from the lights above were too bright, so I closed them again.
Charlie, can you hear me?
I recognized my mom's voice. Yes, where am I? It was hard to get the words out, and when I did manage, my voice sounded weird.
You're in a hospital, darling. You've had an accident.
I blinked my eyes a couple of times and then opened them. Both of my parents were standing next to my bed. They had worried looks on their faces. There was a car.
Shh, darling, we know.
I tried to avoid it, but it was too fast.
Don't try to speak anymore. You have a broken jaw from the accident.
I looked at my mom in shock. I couldn't believe what she was telling me. Mirror.
I don't think that's a good idea, Charlie.
Please. My mom handed a mirror to me. When I looked into it, I got the shock of my life. I was hardly recognizable. My face was all bandaged up, and I could see that a number of my teeth were missing. But before I had a chance to say anything, the door opened and a tall, dark-haired man walked in.
Oh, thank goodness he's awake. I'm so sorry.
I looked at the man in surprise. I had no idea who he was or why he would be apologizing to me.
It was a complete accident. My foot got stuck on the accelerator. I tried to miss you, but it all happened too fast.
Charlie, this is the man that was driving the car that hit you.
I looked at the man in horror. Well, you would too, wouldn't you? I mean, he was responsible for ruining my face.
Don't worry, I'm going to pay for the best surgeon to fix your face. Money is no object. Whatever it takes, I will do it for you. You can't imagine how terrible I feel.
But his words didn't bring me any comfort. I knew that it would cost thousands and thousands of dollars for a top surgeon. No way he would want to pay that. But I was wrong. Turns out, the man that hit me was a millionaire. I suppose you might say I was lucky, but if you're gonna get hit by someone, it's better if that person is rich, isn't it? The man was true to his word. About a week later, I went in for the surgery. He paid for the best surgeon in the world to be flown in to perform the operation. Once my jaw had been fixed, he got a dentist to give me a new set of teeth. When it came for the day to remove all my bandages, I was a nervous wreck. What if the surgery hadn't worked? What if I still looked terrible? But I needn't have worried. When the nurse removed the bandage and gave me a mirror, I was so happy at what I saw. I looked so handsome. My smile was absolutely perfect. To be honest, I looked a lot better than I had before the accident. My mom and dad were so happy when they saw the results.
Oh, Charlie, you look wonderful. I think I'm going to cry.
Don't be silly, Mom. It's nothing to cry about. That afternoon, I was able to leave the hospital. When I got home, I went straight up to my room and just stood there staring at my reflection in the mirror. You are one handsome dude, Charlie. I couldn't wait to see all my friends at school. But when I got to school the next day, none of my friends even spoke to me. I thought that they would have all come running up to me to see how I was. But it was as if they didn't even know me. And do you know what else was really weird? Suddenly, all the cool girls started talking to me. They had never even looked my way before I had the accident, but now they all seemed to want to chat with me.
Hi there, I'm Katie. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Julie.
I'm Charlie.
Are you new here?
No. I was getting more and more confused by the second. It seemed like they had no idea who I was. Am I really that unrecognizable? Maybe that's why my friends didn't speak to me. I went to find my best friend, Mike. Hey, Mike, how you doing? He turned and looked at me, a shocked look on his face.
Charlie?
Yes, of course it's me.
But you look so different. I mean, your voice is the same, so I know it's you, but your face.
I guess that's what happens when you get surgery from the best in the world. Once everyone else realized exactly who I was, they were all shocked too.
Wow, you look amazing. I would never have known it was you.
I just stood there, lapping up all the attention. It felt really good knowing that everyone thought I was so handsome. You're probably thinking that things couldn't have gotten any better, but you're wrong. You will not believe what happened to me next. It was the end of the week and I was walking home from school when I heard a car horn beeping from behind me. When I turned around, I saw it was the millionaire that had hit me. He was driving a bright red convertible sports car.
Charlie, hi.
Oh, hi there. Nice car.
I was hoping you would like it.
Why?
Because it's yours.
What? You're joking, aren't you? He just laughed.
No, I'm not joking. Jump in.
I got into the car and he drove me the rest of the way home.
I know I paid for your surgery, but it still didn't feel like enough. I did a terrible thing to you and I just wanted to do something to try and compensate for it.
But you didn't have to buy me a car.
I know I didn't, but I want to.
I knew that he was probably only giving me the car so I wouldn't sue him, but I didn't care. I had a shiny new sports car and I loved it. After that, my life completely changed. Once the girls at school saw my new car, they all wanted to go on a date with me. I could pick and choose whoever I wanted to date, and none of them ever said no. It got to the stage where I was dating a different girl every week. My life was completely perfect, but then something completely unexpected happened. I was walking down the street with the girl that I was dating that week, my arm linked through hers, when a girl I had never seen before came storming up to me and slapped me right across the face. As I put my hand on my stinging cheek, she started ranting at me.
How could you?
I looked at her in shock. Who are you? Her face suddenly looked hurt.
What do you mean, who am I? I'm your girlfriend. Well, actually, now I'm your ex-girlfriend.
The girl I was walking with pulled her arm away from me.
Is it true? Is she your girlfriend?
I just stood there in utter confusion. I had no idea what the girl was talking about. Both of the girls turned around and stormed off, leaving me standing there all alone. What was that all about? When I got home, I told my parents everything that had happened. Maybe the accident caused me to lose my memory or something.
Charlie, you didn't have a girlfriend. I have no idea who that girl was, or why she would say that to you. Maybe she mistook you for someone else?
Yeah, you're probably right, Mom. I decided I would try to forget all about my encounter with the girl. She was probably just some crazy girl, nothing for me to be concerned about. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about her. Who was she? It was a couple of weeks later and I was walking down the street when suddenly I spotted the girl coming towards me on the other side of the street. I went to cross the road, but as soon as she saw me, she turned around and started running in the opposite direction. I had to know the truth, so I started chasing after her. I was bigger and faster than her, so it didn't take me long to catch up with her. Wait, stop, I just wanted to talk to you. She stood there gasping and panting for breath.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Is it true? Were you my girlfriend?
Are you telling me you don't remember?
I'm sorry, I must have lost some memories from the car accident. I really have no idea who you are. And also, I asked my parents. They said that I never had a girlfriend.
That's because they didn't know about me.
I didn't know what to believe. I mean, you would think that I would have some memory of her, wouldn't you? But what if she was telling the truth? I just had to know for certain. Okay, if you were my girlfriend, what's my favorite thing to eat? She smiled at me.
Oh, that's easy. Pickled onion sandwiches with brown sauce.
I looked at her in shock. Of course, she was completely spot on. And it's not as though she could have guessed it, right? Then she took some photos out of her bag.
These are us two together.
She handed the photos to me. She was right. There were loads of pictures of us, laughing and looking really happy together. But why didn't my parents know about you? She sighed.
We decided to keep it a secret as we knew that they wouldn't approve.
But why?
Charlie, I'm quite a bit older than you. They just wouldn't understand.
I don't even know your name.
It's Nina.
I smiled at her. Hi, Nina.
Hi.
Look, I'm so sorry for not being able to remember you, and I'm sorry you saw me with that girl. I would never have dated her if I had known you were my girlfriend. Can you forgive me? She hesitated for a minute, but then a smile spread across her face.
Yes, Charlie, I forgive you.
Do you think we could start over again?
I don't know, Charlie. You hurt me a lot.
I know I did. I'm really sorry. Well, do you think we could be friends?
Well, I guess that would be okay.
So would it be okay for two friends to go watch a movie together on Saturday night? She laughed.
Yes, I suppose that would be okay.
Great, it's a date.
No, Charlie, it's not a date.
Yeah, I know. With that, she turned and walked off.
See you Saturday.
I was so excited for the rest of the week. I couldn't wait for Saturday to arrive. Eventually, it was time for me to meet Nina. When I got to the cinema, she was already standing outside waiting. Sorry, have you been waiting long?
No, it's fine. I've only just got here.
Come on, let's get the tickets. As we sat watching the movie, I couldn't help but sneak a glance at her. She really was very pretty. I turned away and looked at the movie again.
Charlie?
You.
But why?
I was just thinking how pretty you are.
Charlie, I thought we agreed we would just be friends.
I know I said that, but now that I'm with you, I can't help wanting more. Please, give me a chance to make it up to you. I sat there holding my breath, waiting for her answer. My heart sank as she started shaking her head.
I hope I'm not going to regret this. Okay, Charlie, we can give it another go.
Yes! Shh! Everyone in the cinema turned to look at me, but I didn't care. I was so happy. I wanted to tell the whole world about it. After that, we were inseparable. At first, Nina still wanted to keep it our secret.
Just until we know for sure that we are meant for each other.
Reluctantly, I agreed. Okay, as soon as we are serious, I'm telling my parents.
Okay, as soon as we agree that we are serious.
It didn't take more than a couple of months for both of us to realize that we had met the one. It's time to tell my parents now, Nina.
I know, I'm just so nervous. What if they don't like me?
Of course they will like you. Who wouldn't? But when I told my parents, they weren't exactly thrilled about it.
But she is so much older than you, Charlie. Are you sure you wouldn't rather go out with someone your own age?
I love her, Mom.
I'm sure you think you do. But I think it would be better if you found someone more suitable.
I don't care what you say. She is the perfect girl for me. I know she's a bit older than me, but we get on so well. We both like the same things, and she's so funny. We laugh all the time. My mom could see that there was no way I was going to back down, so she turned to my dad.
I suppose that wouldn't harm us to meet the girl. If Charlie is really that keen on her, we should give her a chance.
Thank you, Mom. You're going to love her.
Well, we will see, Charlie, but invite her around for dinner on Friday night, and we'll get to know her.
When I told Nina that my parents wanted her to come for dinner, she was really nervous.
What if I say something stupid?
Just be yourself. I know they're going to love you. And I was right. At first, my parents were a bit frosty towards Nina, but once she started chatting to them, and they could see how happy we were, they soon came around.
Okay, Charlie, you have our blessing. We can see how happy Nina makes you, so we are happy for you two to date.
I wanted to stand up and dance. My life had been turned inside out and upside down because of that car accident, and I had lost my memories of Nina. But now everything is as it should be. And on top of that, I have a perfect smile and a sports car. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.